All right, guys, we're here out the trunk, and I'm gonna show you guys the updated setup that I've currently done. So I did a previous video where I did a full setup walkthrough, but we have some updates because I've now updated. I had to take out a bunch of things. Things have broke on me. I've done a different process, sort of. So I'm gonna show you guys and walk you guys through everything in the new mobile setup. I mean, same setup, but just a bit of updates, like version 3 technically now. So I have made one change before, and then I've now made a third. And yeah, this is it right here. So we have obviously out the trunk right here. So let's go to the left to right. On the left hand side, I have the little safety cone. I have an extra Uberflex hose in case I need it, in case it pops on me, because I have had it now pop 2 different times. Some gloves right here. We have the Easy Detail tire scrub brush. We have another Easy Detail brush that I use for the fenders for trucks. And then we have 2 floor mats, kneeling pads, so you're able to kneel on the floor and, you know, save your knees. And then we also have the reacher tool from Autofiber to put to clean the window in the front windshield. I don't really think it's not that great, to be honest. Then we have everything obviously set up right here by the power with the rigid extension cord little adapter there. And then we have the controller. This is the remote start. This is for my pressure washer, number 1. And then number 2 back there is for the air compressor, which is right here, which is the Central Pneumatic air compressor from Harbor Freight. This hasn't failed on me. It's done great. I'd probably recommend this thing for sure. This thing was great. Tornador blow still been holding me strong. The Rag Company's blower gave out on me. So right now, the Tornador is definitely worth the investment. It's like 30-40 bucks for that one, but it works great. Only thing is, I don't like the ergonomics of this. I prefer the gun style, and it feels more comfortable. So I do have these, and we have the Ryobi custom 1-of-1 pressure washer, automotive pressure washer. I spray painted this thing black, plastic dipped it. I was the first one to ever do it. I'm claiming it. And then we have the Fix Fans pressure washer reel. This is what's new basically in the setup. One of the new things. So pressure washer reel Fix Fans. This was in my garage before, but I took it out because the old one I had on here, which is the Merlin, which was converted to from air to water, it gave out on me. It leaked really bad from the little whipper thing, whatever. It was basically leaking so bad that my pressure washer was constantly having to surge. So that's either going to end up breaking your pressure washer or the whole reel thing. So I didn't even want to mess with it. I just switched it out. And I got this in here, and it's been working great. I've had it in my garage for 2 months, 3 months. And then this is a flex braided, so steel braided hose, 1/4 inch, 50 feet. This is the Quiver Flex gun right here, or just Quiver gun, not Quiver Flex, but Quiver gun. Really nice because it has a push to lock. It's really nice. This is a McKillen's nozzle holder, 40-degree nozzle, so it's rubberized, so it doesn't really scratch or damage the car if you were to hit it. And then we have Ryobi blower. This thing's amazing. I love it. I use it only for the cracks and crevices after my drying towel. I never go fully, blow it out because this thing can't handle it. It'll die. So this thing has a really nice eco-worthy pump right here. A lot of people ask me about this. It's been working great for me. Then we have the Flexzilla hose that goes out from the pump into the Ryobi pressure washer, and then from there it's fed into the reel. So that's everything from the back. I have a 50-foot extension cord as well back here in case I need to run out something like my vacuum. So that's pretty much it in the back. Oh, foam cannon. Can't forget. My favorite foam cannon. 25 bucks. Works amazing. It's like a Rencovo basically, but different, I guess. I don't know. Back here we have the rigid vacuum, still holding strong. I love this thing. I've had this thing for like 6 years. It's awesome. And then I have the detail kit it's like 50 bucks for this the hose. It's uncrushable, so it's really hard to crush it if you were to step on it. I have stepped on it and it's arrived, so that's really good. And today we're actually doing a Toyota Tacoma paint enhancement. So I'm bringing myself some polishers with me. So I have my 5-inch Liquid Elements cordless polisher. I have some polishes right there, some wax. I got 3D speed. So that's what I'm carrying today. And then we have Ryobi drill little kit in here. Then we have 2 buckets, one for wheels and tires and one for the paint. Then we have my generator, which I love it. Don't get me wrong. I just had a little issue that was my fault, not the generator's fault. I was basically trying to change the oil, and I overfilled on oil, and then it ended up smoking really bad. You guys will see clips of that. And then we have the rigid air compressor back there, the little Pancake, $100 from Home Depot. It works decent. It's very loud, but I have it inside the car, so when I close all the doors, you can't even hear that it's on. It's like very, very small, so I do like that. I guess it's not annoying, because if you have the door open though, you can definitely hear it, and it's super annoying. Let's move on to the other side. All right, on this side I just have fragrances. I have a custom cherry fragrance from my local detail shop that makes it in-house, and then I have black ice basically in here, because a lot of people like black ice. And then we have a Keter table. This is crazy that all this fits in the car, I know. Keter table folds up really nice for floor mats, carpets, putting stuff like your caddy bags on there. Really, really saves you, a lot of hassle from your strain on your back. Then we have my caddy bag, which is, let me show you how it looks out here. So this is my caddy bag. So this is basically the main essentials I use on every single wash. Wheel and tires, acid, detail spray for to help me dry, like a drying aid, tire dressing. We have Technician's Choice as a ceramic detail spray. We have Clutch for those black wheels. And then we have Clean and Shine. We have Yum Interior. And then we have Quiver Rogue soap. And then we have a glass cleaner. Basically Stoner Car Care. This is a Detail Co collab. So this is kind of like, I switch it up. If you guys have never seen my day in the life mobile detailing videos, I highly recommend you guys check those out, because I do them, once or twice a month basically. And I kind of walk you through my whole process. I switch up the chemicals all the time, so we're always trying new stuff out. And then this bag right here, this is a G-Technic bag I bought a while ago. So this isn't what was new last time as well. This is another update. I never had this on the last video, my setup. But now I carry this bag solely for just microfiber towels. And then in here, I have like little cotton swabs. These are really, really nice from Griot's Garage. These are great for vents. And then I'll have a little adapter right here for a Tilted 360. These are really, really, really cool too. I'll link these down below. Not affiliated at all, but they're really nice. And then that's pretty much it. I used to put my gloves in here, but I ended up just switching them to the back. So there's that. And then we can put this caddy bag on top. If I do need the steamer, I have like no space, right? I put the steamer in the back right there, and it fits perfectly. It's actually crazy. So there's that update right there. So this is updated, this whole side. Before I used to have the Walmart box and show the steamer on the behind the seats. So I have a steamer back there. It's kind of hard to see, but the steamer, it's a Wagner steamer. I'll link that down below as well. I've never even used it, to be honest, guys. This is a crate from Harbor Freight. And then this box right here, I bought from Walmart for like $10, I think, for this big box. And it's still not enough for my microfibers, so. And then on top of it, I had my caddy bag, a crate of like tons of chemicals that I just didn't need. And it was just, sometimes in the heat, it would like, and I'm doing jobs, it would just leak, and it was super annoying. It would smell really bad, like with the iron remover. And then the Keter table is also updated. So this section's pretty much new. We got the new pressure washer reel. Technically new pressure washer, because this is not the same one. This is actually an old one. And then, a new one, sorry. And then today, we're in the truck, like I said. So I have this 2-step ladder. I don't know where it's from. It's from my garage. My dad bought it a while ago. I don't know, 2-step ladder, and it's literally Costco branded. So I don't know. Look that up if you guys are interested. We're going to be using this because I need to get on the roof to polish it or wax it, whatever. Then I have my 3-inch polisher today because we're doing a polish job. And then we have a cooler that I keep all water, energy drinks, sometimes some sparkling water, protein bar, and stuff like that. So it's all in there because I got a job, like I said, right now. So yeah, that's pretty much all I keep. And then my dirty towels, I just throw right here in the front seat. And when I get home, I take them all out, put them in a dirty laundry, or I'll show you guys where I put them at actually. So yeah, pretty much end of the day, get my towels, bring them to the garage. This is the garage setup, by the way. Got to get it still fully set up, but I have right here a little bin from, you guys know where this is from, Costco. Autofiber sells a pretty cool little hamper setup. So you have 3 different towels. So I have my drying towels right here, drying and glass. They're really, usually drying towels or glass towels are pretty clean. So I keep them right here. These are just, regular microfibers from just touching the car, like, I don't know, just interior cleaners that are not too bad. My medium, I kind of keep them in here. And this is marked red for the super, super bad ones to where there may be wheels, and I wash them separately. So that way I can use these for just like the dirty jobs. And then these are like, I'm gonna reuse them. And then obviously these are like the nice glass and drying towels. So that's how I kind of keep mine stuff separated. But then I have all my gallons right here to stock up and refill, and batteries to charge, more chemicals, bottles, polishes, you know, a lot of stuff, right? We have the TV setup, McKillen's pressure washer, and this is where the reel was. And I have to patch up these holes, put a whole new setup right here, mount the pressure washer on top, and that's kind of the setup right now. So yeah, I just washed my car. I actually just washed my car yesterday, so a nice little tire shine. ADS Tire Plus is really, really nice. Now, let's talk about the setup and my thoughts. I do have to leave in like 10 minutes, so let's give a little debrief here. So my overall thoughts on mobile detailing, my mobile detailing setup, I would say it's actually, I mean, it's a sleeper, man. You wouldn't even think you can do all of this, but it can get the job done, and you can do great work with it. Obviously, it's all about experience, right, and knowledge. And I'm obviously still always trying to get better. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm definitely not. Every time I do a job, I try to improve and get better. So yeah, definitely. What are my thoughts and plans for the setup? I definitely would say the things that are like that I can kind of tell that I don't like is the sound of the generator. So I could go electric. Electric for a generator that's able to run what I need is probably around $1,000, $800 to like $1,200 minimum, right? So that I could do that. I can buy it. I could put it right where the generator is at right now, underneath the seat or behind the seat, and plug everything in through there and not have to take it out, and just take it out maybe when I want to charge it or something like that. But that's the only thing I can think of really. But in my mind, I'm like, if I buy something that's $1,000, like what if I just keep that money, save it, and then just try to get me a van? I think I'm gonna go with the van setup. I don't really think I want a truck setup. I think a van setup's just the way to go. But that's just my thoughts. I don't know. Yeah, I really like the setup. Obviously, not a ton of water, which really sucks. Air compressor gives out really quick, which is a terrible thing. You have to let it refill back up, which sucks. And other than that, though, like it does. I mean, you can't carry a ton of extra chemicals, which is a downside for sure. Everything's super crammed. So that's like the negatives, but the positives is like you get a sleek setup. You're kind of low key, you're low profile. And for me right now, this isn't a full-time job. I'm trying to obviously make it a full-time income, but the reality of mobile detailing is it is extremely hard. I definitely could do better marketing. I could definitely do better at spreading the word around. Like I definitely 100%, I can 100% do better than what I'm doing right now. I only, friends, families, coworkers, or like friends and families, coworkers, and, just spreading the word of mouth kind of thing. And then I post on Instagram, but it's very difficult to get clients because there is a ton of competition. I'm in Southern California, the Inland Empire, and it is it's got to be one of the most saturated, for sure, like in the world. Us or Florida is probably up there for like the most competitive, maybe Texas, I don't know, for like the most competitive, like the amount of people just detailing, and it's insane. It's really insane. So yeah, that's just my honest thoughts, guys. I really don't get booked very often. So for me, the car setup is great. If I were to get booked 5 to 10 times a week, I think I would 100% upgrade to a van. It'd be worth it at that point. But for me, I maybe get 5 a month, right? And yeah, so that's like not including, I do some friends and families and stuff like that too, and I get some money back. But like real I don't know you, but anything from finding me or something like that, like real maintenance clients, I really don't get many, right? Maybe like 3 to 6. Which, enough to pay for the chemicals and, get some money and stuff to reinvest into videos, which is always great. And I do have a full-time job. So, yeah, anyways, I definitely should head out soon because I got to put gas as well. And I got a 40-minute drive here. So, yeah, that's kind of the update on my setup, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Leave a like. I'll leave the link to a ton of the things, not everything, because it's gonna be way too many things. Just the big hitters, I think that people really want to look for. I know everyone wants to know what tank I use. Pressure washer from is Ryobi. So I'll leave product tags and I'll leave Amazon descriptions, everything, or Amazon links in the description, so you're able to, you know, pick and choose from what you want to get. I think what everyone should 100% try to do if you want to start mobile detailing, I don't think you need a generator. I don't think you need a water tank. I think you need a pressure washer. I know some people are going to say you can use a garden hose, but I think a pressure washer is going to help out so much. You can save a lot of money by not buying a generator or the tank, because that in itself is already like $800, right? The tank's like $300, the generator's like $500. It's $800 that you're gonna have to carry or spend, right? And not including the amount of weight that it adds to the load of your car, which is another downside, is this car isn't really meant to hold like 800 pounds, right? So, or the load capacity, whatever. I think it's like, technically it is. I think it's like right at that limit. I've looked it up. It's like right at the limit of what the max is supposed to be. And I do not have it fully loaded all the time. I take out everything from the backup seat. I take everything from the front seat. The only thing I keep in the back is, or in the car, is the water tank, but it's usually always empty because I don't refill it after a job. I only refill it during a job. And yeah, so I try to keep it very, very empty in there. But other than that, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, comment down below. If you guys want to see my day in the life mobile detailing, the job I'm going to right now, comment or subscribe so you don't miss out, because that'll be the video after this video. So I'll see you guys then. As for now, adios.